Good afternoon, my dears. So today we will deal with the next grammar section, that is conditional clause. You know this very well. You have studied in the 10th standard itself. Let us just recall what you have learnt in the 10th standard, right? So this is little different. That's all, and you will learn little elaborate. So kindly listen. This will serve you till your 12th standard. So kindly listen to this video. That will help you to learn much better, right, my dears? Fine. So what is conditions? What is the meaning of condition? First we'll look over this one. What is a condition? If you do this, you will get this, right? So this itself tells you some kind of an order, like if you do this, then the result will be in such a way. If you don't do this, then you will get in such a way. So these is said to be conditions. That's why condition plus result. Under a condition, if you do this, you will get this kind of result. That's why they have given very clearly. That's we call it as conditional clauses. So conditional clauses carries two things. One is main clause and subordinate clause, right? So you know very well what is the main class and subordinate class. What is the main class? The thing which will give you a complete meaning, that we call it as the main class. And what is subordinate class then? Which will not give you a complete one, or in easier we can say, meaning it is not completed, or meaning it is somewhat not get completed. That we call it as subordinate class. You won't get a complete meaning, rather in main class you will get a complete meaning, right? So in condition class we have four types, right? We have four types. The first one we call it as zero conditionals. The first one we call it as zero conditionals. And first conditionals, zero conditional, that itself is a type. It is important. Many times they have asked in the public examinations this zero conditions, so it is very, very important. And the second one is first conditional, and second conditional, third conditional. So these are the three conditionals we have, and let us move on one by one. Fine. What is a zero conditional? Right? We will go through the uses first. Facts which generally true or scientific facts. Facts which are generally true or scientific fact. The condition always has the same result. I think you got clear with this. Facts which are generally true. Everywhere it is the common. Everywhere it is the same one thing. Or scientific fact. The sun rises in the east. This is general truth. Scientific fact. If you heat ice, it melts. This is said to be a scientific fact. So here there is no change at all in conditions. Everyone knows about it. That we call it a zero condition. Everyone knows what is that. Sun rises in the east and sets in the west. Same way, if you heat ice, it melts. Everyone knows about it. So that's why we call it as zero conditions. No changes in that, right? General truth or scientific fact, that we call it as zero conditional. So example they have given. If you stand in the rain. What is the first example? If you stand in the rain, you get wet. Second one, if you heat ice, it melts. Right. What is the formula they have given? Present tense, present simple. What is the present tense here? Stand. Right? Same way heat. So in the first sentence, what is the present simple? What is the verb here? Stand. Stand, that is present simple. Right? Present simple get. Same way melts. So it is a general truth. What is a general truth? If you stand in rain, definitely what? You will get wet. You get wet. Right? You should not say that I can have an umbrella so that I won't get wet. No, nothing like that. If you stand in the rain, definitely you get wet. So in that one, we are not supposed to use the definite model, that is will here, that we call it as zero conditional. So zero conditionals will never carry, what is it, the model will, right? If you heat ice, it melts. So even an illiterate knows that, if he knows, if a person heat ice, it melts. So we are not supposed to use the model will in between this and this one, because it is a general fact, it is a scientific truth, it is a scientific fact, and no, everyone knows about it. No change this one. If you do this, definitely this only will happen. No more exception, or no more going for the second thought, right? So that we call it as zero condition. Fine. We'll move on to the first condition now. What is this first condition? We'll go on to the uses. A possible situation in the future, predicting like a likely result in the future. One is a possible situation in the future, or predicting a likely result in the future if the condition happens. See, what is the formula for this? Present simple plus will plus want plus verb, right? In short, we can say if plus present tense, then in main class you will come across this will, right my dear? Right. We will move on to the example now. If it rains, comma, we will cancel the trip. If it rains, see here, likely a result in the future or a possible situation in the future. See, if it rains much, some people, some adventurer, what they will do? Okay, what will happen? We will continue our trip, they may say. So likely, right, a possible situation. And some people, what they will think? Okay, it may result in danger, so better we will cancel the trip. So people, they used to go for the second thought. But in this zero condition, there is no second thought. But in the first condition, second thought is there. That's why you just see, if it rains, present tense, will plus verb in the present. See, will plus verb, cancel. So what is the formula for here? If plus present tense, then you will come across will plus verb, right? If you study, you will pass the exam. Same way, if you study, you will pass the exam. What is the verb here? Study, right? Present. And will, as it is here, and pass the exam, that is verb in the present tense. So if you study, you will pass. And some people, if at all, if they study, they will get low marks. It is up to their luck. Okay, fine. But luck never matters a lot, right? We'll move on to the next one. Second condition. What is the second condition? First, we will go through the uses. Hypothetical or unlikely situation. Unreal or improbable situation now or in the future. What is this new term, improbable? That means you cannot think, right? It is beyond the imagination. We call it as beyond the imagination. Unlikely situation. Now, what is the formula for that? In the main class, you will come across the verb in the past tense. See here in the present tense, first condition also, the verb is in the, if conditional class, the subordinate class, what? Study in the present. But here, in the if conditional class, the verb will be in past tense. Sold or won, W-O-N, won. Okay. So if it is there, what is the main class? Main class, you will come across the model would, and the verb should be in the present tense. Right, my dear? So here, the verb will be present tense, and you will use the model will. Rather, in the second condition, you will use would, and moreover, the verb, it should be in the present tense. Right? We will move on to the example. If I won the lottery, comma, I would travel a lot. If I won the lottery, comma, I would travel a lot. See, if condition, I subject, what is the verb? Won, W-O-N, that is in the past tense. So, you will come across in main class, what is the model? Verb would. See, would. And the travel, the verb, it is in the present tense. Right? Example number 2. If they sold their houses, comma, they would be rich. If they sold their houses, comma, they would be rich. See, if condition, they subject sold, sell, sold, sold in the past tense, comma, they would be rich. See, would, right, be rich in the, what is it, present form, right? You cannot change it, right? That's why we have used be. Here you can change, what is it, travel can be changed, but here you cannot, so that's why we have used to would be, right? Okay. So that's why we call it hypothetical or unlikely situation. If I won the lottery, I would travel a lot. And one more thing also you will come across, what is it called, if plus where, were, right? If plus where, were, if I were a monkey I would jump, right? If I were, were, where is a past tense, so if I were a monkey I would jump, would, it is comes here, and jump, jump, that is in the present form, we will use it. So this we call it as second conditions. What is the third condition we have? The third condition is the person imagining a different past, imaginary situation that did not happen, that did not happen. See, here this may happen, but here what, did not happen yet. If you had studied, suppose it is an, if you had studied, you would have passed. You would have passed means this is not happened so far, but there is a chance for this may also happen. What is the formula for this? Past perfect. See, how will you identify here? In the condition class, you will come across definitely had plus ppv. The third form, no, eat, ate, eaten. Same way, speak, spoke, spoken. The third form will come over here. So if plus had plus ppv. Here if plus past tense or if plus were. Here if plus present tense, right? So if plus present, if plus past perfect plus you will come across would have plus past participle in the main class. So if you had studied, this is condition, you would have passed, that is in the main class. So in the main class you will come across two different words. What is it? Would have plus past participle. Definitely the third condition, main class, will carry these two words. What are they? Would have plus past participle, right? So if you had studied, so when you identify, when you come across a sentence, at that time itself you should know this condition is under zero condition or first condition or second condition or third condition. So what is a first zero condition idea? It is general truth or what is it, scientific fact. And the first condition, it is, what is it, present tense. And in the main class you will come across the model will, definitely will come, right? And how you identify the second condition? You will come across would plus present form of the verb in the main class, right? And the third condition, two things. One is would have plus ppv, or in the if condition you will come across had plus ppv, or in the second condition you will come across if plus past tense alone, if plus past tense alone, right? And in the zero condition, sorry, in the present you will come across the verb alone. In zero condition this is same, as it is the same, right? Now we will move. If you had studied, so had, that is past perfect, right? Studied. Would have, see, would have, past participle means past. So the third. And second example, what we have learnt is if I hadn't been sick. See here you cannot write what, sick, sicked, the same, sick. So how will you differentiate? By using this word been, passive form, right? If I hadn't been sick, had plus ppv, then you will come across what, would have gone, go, went, gone. I would have gone to your party, right? So these are the main aspects of this conditional clauses. So what is a conditional clause? Condition, and that will result in certain things. So in conditional clause we have four different types. First we call it as zero condition. So zero condition stands for general truth, or we may call it as scientific facts, right? And what is that first condition? What is the zero conditional formula? That is present simple and present simple there in the thing. You will never use will in the main class. See, you get wet. You should not say you will get wet. Same way, it will melt. No, we are not supposed to say. Rather, we should say you get wet, it melts. Right. Second condition. What does that mean? The first condition. What is the first condition? A possible situation in the future. This may happen or this may not happen. Or predicting a likely result in the future, which will favors us. We can say likely, which will favors us. So what is the formula for this? We call it as present simple plus will plus won't plus verb. So what is this won't? Will plus not, that we call it as won't. Will plus not, that we call it as won't, my days, right? And how the sentence will occur? In the main class, present tense will be there. Sorry, in the conditional class, present tense will be there. And in the main class, you will come across what is this word? Will. Right. What is the second condition? What is the use? Hypothetical or unlikely situation, or in simple we can say beyond the imagination, right? Beyond the imagination, improbable situation, now or in the future, that may happen, right? So what is the formula for this one? We know very well that what is it? Past simple. So in the condition, the verb will be there in the past tense. See, one, same way, sold. So the verb in the conditional will be in the past tense. And in the main class, you will come across two different things. One is you will come across a new word, that is would, and the nearby verb will be in the present tense, right? So what is the last condition we have? Third condition, that is the person's imagining a different past, imagine a situation that did not happen. That did not happen. So what is the formula for this? So two things you can do with it. One is in the condition class, right? In the condition, you will come across had plus PPV, had plus PPV, and in the main class, you will come across would have plus PPV, would have plus PPV. So that's why the formula past perfect in the main class would have plus past participle. See, if you had studied plus PPV, and in the main class would have past. If I hadn't been sick, as I told already, sick cannot be written in third form. That's why we have used been. And I would gone to your party. Right, my dears? So these are the important things about this conditional class. So once again, go through this with the examples. It is given in page number 116. Right, my dear? It is given the page number 116. So up to this, we have seen fourth part of the grammar section in the 11th standard. Right, my dears? If you have any doubt, kindly let me know with the WhatsApp text, or you can make a phone call to rectify your doubts, right, as well as possible. Right? See you in the next class with another topic. Take care. Bye bye.